Joanna.
Thank you. If I may ask, what does senior advisor of the economic cluster really mean? What are the functions that Mr. Rojas will be assuming?
Maraming members sa economic cluster. Of course, NEDA, the finance department, DTI is also part of that. DBM also comes in. Pag senior member ka, di ba parang you will be in effect one of the persons who will enunciate to the public primarily, no? The policies that have already been discussed by the cluster. You will be the voice, you will be the personification as one of the senior members. There is probably one of two who will be given that designation.
So we are expecting one more person, sir, who will be appointed.
Then there is somebody who's actually doing that role already who talks for the entire economic cluster. Mar is an addition to that.
Sir, I'm sorry, if I may ask, you're confident that the private sector will favor this recent development, that they will welcome Mr. Rojas?
I think the alternative presently, no, given the immediate need, is for me to take over the DOTC. I don't think anybody will be happy if I take on the portfolio of DOTC secretary while performing the role as president. Now, I go back, no? The business community in particular will have very wide range of dealings already with Senator Rojas, both in a private and a public capacity. So his track record speaks for itself. And I think we are very fortunate to get him on board. Okay?
Sir.
So, meron pa yata, no? Last two? Last three?
Au.
Last three?
Au
Last
Kanika
four?
from the Philippine Star.
Sir, does this mean na wala na pong magiging chief of staff or anybody who would be on the same level as Executive Secretary Paquito Ochoa, because they are saying that this only leads to a power struggle within the palace?
Yeah, at this point in time, the primary function has to be the OTC. Okay? For instance, recently nag-award yung RTC na parang they came with a judgment and they said we owe Piatco about 170 or so million dollars. No? Of course, yung meron ng binayad ng 3 billion pesos before that. Tapos meron tayong mga ididiskwento do sa... And anyway, their DOTC is supposed to come up with the detailed plan of how to finish the construction of NAIA 3, correct the deficiencies that we already have seen, no? Make sure that we are getting consultants from the Association of Structural Engineers of the Philippines to assess the structural integrity of NAIA 3. Once that is done and recommended corrective actions, there will be a bidding for who completes the construction and does the refurbishing, rehabilitation, or repair works. At which point, fully operational ng NAIA 3. So that's just one of them. There is a railway, the PNR rehabilitation that goes south, no, up to Bicol. Pinamis sa atin na this year it will be operational. So that will also be, it's already June. Yung pangako sa atin by Legazpi by November. So we want to make sure that that is on track. Yung ating PPP also for the LRT that goes to San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, to Antipolo, well, on the way towards Antipolo and Cavite is also a priority. Tapos yung airports, no? Dadagdagan natin, meron tayong papasinayan sa Katiklan na expansion, pero intermediate steps pa lang yun, no, in support of tourism. And of course, meron rin kailangan i-review. Shipping industry natin sa Pilipinas, no? Seafarers in the world, 1/4 Filipino. Fourth biggest na tayo shipbuilding country. Pero yung domestic shipping industry natin leaves a lot to be desired. There is a constant complaint na mas mahal raw mag-ship, for instance, ng mais mula Davao, mula Mindanao, papunta Maynila, kaysa Amerika, papunta Maynila. So, he is also gonna look at what can we do to make it more. Yung we don't have a shipping industry to speak of, in spite of the fact, biggest shipbuilding, fourth tayo, number of seafarers, tayong biggest, and we have 1/4. Medyo illogical na wala tayong shipping industry in an archipelagic country like ours. At marami pa yung listahan na baka naman nandito si Mark kasama natin, baka hindi ko nabanggit pa sa kanya iba, magbago isip, kaya umpisahan na niya yung maraming priorities, di ba? Okay?
Mr. President, your last question will be coming from Michael Fahatin of GMA7.
Sir, good afternoon po, sir. Sir, you mentioned po kanina na Secretary Mar ngayon po will be having a free hand in choosing his members po to work with him.
Nag-resign yung mga undersecretaries, if you remember, no? Yes, Mike.
Yes, sir. Ibig sabihin po ba na ito ay meron po siyang mga kukunin o tatanggalin? Yung free hand po ba na yun, ganun po ka-loose yung free hand?
Um, I think with all my secretaries, nobody can claim that I have ever imposed on any of them, any of their choices. Ang relasyon, ito ang obligasyon mo, trabaho mo, may inaasahan ako sa mga output, paano mo a-achieve yan, dapat bigyan ng makitang laya. Kung sino makatrabaho mong maayos, sino pinagkakatiwalaan mo, pero yung dulo, may pananagutan ka sa akin na ma-produce yung resultang inaasahan ko, tinintay. So, si Mar naman should also be given the same.
Yes, sir. Sir, may phone-in din po. Pinigilan po daw po ba ng summer of action ang Palace post for Mar?
No, no such thing.
No such thing.
Ulitin ko lang, no? Mar had another intended role. Pero ang problema nga nito, aminin ko sa inyo, di ba? Medyo nabigla ako nung nag-resign si Secretary Ping. At kagad, no? Sino ba ang kapalit? Yung kapalit na isang iniisip natin, baka tatanggalin natin sa ibang pwesto ngayon. Parang dalawang departamento magugulo. Dito, no? Tama-tama, tapos na yung ban, pwede na i-appoint si Mar, may kakayahan, napaka-importante yung departamento, bagay na bagay yung match, no? Yung kakayahan ni Mar, yung pangangailangan ng departamento.
Sir, huli na lang po. Para po sa taong bayan na nagtatanong na may kaguluhan po ba? Meron po bang faction sa inyong administrasyon? Meron po bang, ano po bang gusto niyo sabihin sa mga nagtatanong ng ganito?
Well, siyempre meron ng pakson sa isip po ng mga buwabati ko sa atin. Gusto nilang pakita na kakahiwa-hiwalay tayo. Siguro, ito na naman yung medyo hindi ako komportable nagtataas sa sariling bangko. No? Pero 7.6% po growth natin last year. 6 na buwan lang po doon ang aming parte. 7.6% of GDP, no? Or GDP growth. Yung ba pwede mangyari dahil wala nagtatrabaho o hindi nagkakasundo? Bakit ba yung mga negosyante nainganyo na lalo mag-invest? Pag tayo ho, babalik ako yung pag-asa. Siguro wala ho sa atin dito nakikinig na yung dating may agam-agam o pinagtatawanan pag may sinabi pag-asa. Ngayon po pinapakinggan at pinaniniwalaan. Yung sa krimen po, ang dami po mga na-aresto, pagkatagal-tagal na hinahanap, panahon na ho natin na-aresto. So, paano ho ba mangyayari kung ano man ho ang positive na nagawa natin sa loob halos isang taon kung hindi ho buo ang grupo dito? Okay po? Okay na tayo?
Okay na, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.